what will the European Union miss about Britain when the UK leaves tomorrow, and how do you think the EU will change after Britain leaves?
Well, the first thing is the sense of humor. That may be coming from a Danish pond, because I think we share some of the same ways to make us self-laugh. But I was thinking about it the other day because it's obvious in the college room that there's no UK colleague. And I was very close to Jonathan Hill. I was sitting next to Julian King when he was the commissioner here, and I miss them. Because they come with a UK culture and language skills that we don't hold, all of us. Just to give you an example of what I just mentioned, when I started here, for me it was very difficult not to work in my mother tongue. I had to learn a new vocabulary. I was really struggling. By the end of the day, I was done with. Also because I realized that you have to be, think very carefully that you actually say what you think you're saying. And that, of course, I heard that in colleagues too. They also had to consider what it is that they're saying because we speak a kind of, I don't know what you call our language. Anyway, I asked Jonathan Hill, because I was exhausted by the end of the day. Aren't you exhausted by hearing how we all treat your language? And then he said, well, no, of course not. I'm so honored that you're all trying. And I think that illustrates my first point. One of the things we will be missing is, of course, the energy. Because we have a French-German axis, but part of the energy to make that axis work comes from the UK, came from the UK. It's difficult to get used to using the past tense. And that, of course, leaves a void. So other member states or coalition of member states, maybe changing coalitions of member states, will have to step in that void. So I think we will see a new dynamic within the Union. But I think it will take some time before we see it. And actually, I also think that it will take some time before we fully recover. I was in the Parliament yesterday on the vote, and that was truly moving. Really, really touching, because then you realize, oh, this is real. It is really happening. And it sort of brings back the sorrow of the referendum, and we have to recover from that, I think, before the analytical brain is allowed to take over.
Thank you. Please go ahead.